Panasonic has just announced their new premium compact camera. This is the Lumix L10. It is a fixed lens camera with a micro four thirds sensor inside. I got this camera earlier today and I have been playing with it since I received it. I also went out for a quick photo walk and shot some photos. I usually spend a lot of time with a camera, at least 2 or 3 weeks before I can do a proper review, so I cannot do a full review right now. But since this is a really special camera to celebrate Lumix 25th anniversary, so I want to do a very quick first impression hands-on video, not a proper review, just to share with you my first thoughts, some unedited photos I shot with this camera, and also for you to ask me questions or tell me about things that you want me to test for my full review. So the first impression when I saw this camera is that it seems very familiar, because it is very similar to the RX100 II in many ways. It is like a grown-up version of the RX100 II, and this one is a beautiful camera. Lumix has made some beautiful cameras in the past, like the Lumix L10, but the last few years it seems Lumix really focused on making the camera practical rather than focus on style. So if you watch my other Lumix reviews, I think you probably have never heard me say any Lumix camera is beautiful in any of my recent Lumix reviews. Even the Lumix S9, which can look quite nice, is still missing some touches. But this L10 is gorgeous. There are 3 different colors available: black, silver, and the special titanium gold edition. I've only seen the photo of the titanium gold edition, and it looks stunning. Between the black and silver version, I really like the silver one. It looks beautiful. The overall design of the L10 is really clean. There are still a number of dials and buttons on the camera, but the design doesn't look messy at all. The size of the camera is almost the same as the Lumix S9, but it feels more refined. A lot of details like the texture on the front grip and the top and bottom plates being made of aluminum, all together just make the camera feel premium and great in hand. The front grip is not very deep, but it is enough to make it feel comfortable in my hand. At the back, we have a 2.36 million dots electronic viewfinder. It's not the highest resolution, but for a camera of this class, it is pretty decent. I think that's exactly what a lot of the Lumix S9 owners really want on their S9. I really thought for a camera like this, Panasonic would put a vertical tilting LCD screen at the back, but no, instead they put a flip-out screen. I noticed the user interface changes to vertical if you shoot vertically, which is a nice touch. The camera doesn't have any built-in flash, but it has a hot shield mount that you can attach an electronic flash to. The hot shield mount can also be used with the new Lumix digital shotgun microphone DMS1 or even the XLR2 audio adapter. Speaking of microphones, there is a mic input on the side and also a USB-C port, but there isn't any HDMI port at all. I'll talk about the video features a bit more later on, but I think it is very obvious this is a photographer's camera, not designed for videographers who want to attach an HDMI monitor or rig it up. The L10 has a zoom lens that is controlled electronically. The lens appears to be the same as the RX100 II, which is a Leica 24-75mm equivalent lens. Maximum aperture is f1.7 on the wide end and f2.8 on the tele end. If you have used the RX100 II before, you know this is a very nice and compact lens. There is a zoom lever at the top of the camera, and you can also use the ring on the camera to control the zoom. But a lot of the controls on the camera are customizable, including the ring on the lens. If you have used a RX100 or RX100 II before, you'll remember on the lens there is a switch for you to choose different aspect ratio outputs. The L10 also has the same switch here, but it is now also customizable, so you can use it to control other settings instead. The LX102 has a shutter speed dial and a exposure compensation dial at the top of the camera, but now with the L10, we have the more generic PASM dial with 5 custom mode settings and also a generic customizable rear dial instead. So it may not be quite as fun, but it is more practical. At the back of the camera, there is a new photo video SNQ mode switch. There's also a LUT button for the real-time LUT feature. At the top, there is an exposure compensation button which turns the rear dial into exposure compensation control. There's also a small video record button at the corner. The L10 uses the latest GH7 sensor, but because of the multi-aspect ratio design, the effective resolution is 20.4 megapixel. Multi-aspect ratio design means the view angle is the same no matter if you shoot at 4:3, 3:2, or 16:9. Just like the GH7, the sensor also has the dynamic range boost feature, where the camera combines output from both the low and high gain circuit to achieve 13 plus stops of dynamic range. It also has Lumix's latest processor. Combine that with the new sensor, we finally have phase hybrid autofocus on a Lumix compact camera. From the quick test I did today, autofocus seems to be very solid and has all the latest Lumix subject detection and tracking modes. Autofocus is quick and accurate, but I'll be doing more testing, so stay tuned for my full review. The camera has pretty much all the photo features that I can think of, like multiple exposure, live view composite, focus stacking, and HEIF photo output. And of course, one of my favorite Lumix features, real-time LUT. There are some improvements to the real-time LUT feature as well, but I'll save that for my full review. There's also a new soft skin effect, which is a feature for those who want smoother skin texture. The L10 uses a big BLK22 battery, so it's the same battery as the Lumix S52, S9, G92 and GH7. That really takes up a lot of space around the grip area. Because of that, the SD card slot is moved to the other side of the camera and the door opens from the bottom. This is the first time I've seen a design like that, because the L10 is really a photo focus camera, so I haven't shot any video with the L10 yet. But the L10 can shoot video in MOV, MP4 as well as MP4 Lite format. Maximum quality output is 10-bit 420 5.6K up to 60 frames per second. There's also 5.2K open gate support. You can shoot 10-bit 4K video up to 120 frames per second, all with continuous autofocus and subject detection. Since the camera is quite compact and it doesn't appear to have any cooling fan inside, if you want to do long continuous recording, especially under hot weather conditions, this is probably not the best camera choice. But again, I'll be doing more testing in my full review. Okay, so this is my first quick hands-on video about this Lumix L10. Are you excited about this camera? Is there anything you want me to test or talk about in my full review? Let me know, share your thoughts. I do read every single one of your comments and I will chat with you guys in the comment section.